Overhyped, overpriced, or over the moon? Should we all be over the MoonSwatch? I'm John Hooper. Welcome to the Holy Grail Watch Channel. Cue the credits.
Holy Grail.
Welcome to the Holy Grail Watch Channel and customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing the MoonSwatch Planet Earth Desert Edition. It's the latest, but probably not the last MoonSwatch edition we're going to see. In fact, I know there's a new version of the moon phase coming out, which honestly looks quite cool. And this is the watch that really changed my view of the MoonSwatch. Let's dive into it. Honestly, when it came out, I hated it. I can't lie. See, I wanted a Speedy. The Moonwatch seemed like a snub. It's cheap, it's crass, there's hype. People are lining up. Come on, these aren't limited edition sneakers. We're not sneakerheads, peeps. So for those of you living under a large piece of moon rock, let's dive into the history. MoonSwatch was initially released in March 22. And it really was like a rocket to the moon. There was a real buzz around the announcement of blending, a Swatch with an Omega branded product. I think a lot of people, and probably me too, visualized oh wow, we're going to get a Omega Speedmaster for Swatch money. Not quite what happened. The original vision for the partnership wasn't a cash grab. It was to bring a more accessible version of the iconic Speedmaster Moonwatch to the masses and blend in Swatch's playful design with Omega's heritage. Speedmaster, as a collector and as someone who wants a Speedmaster, really doesn't need an introduction. It's got that historic anchor point in our kind of collective collecting, and the astronauts wearing it, the Apollo missions. It's a timepiece synonymous with space exploration and precision. It's a refined piece of engineering. So how do we get from that to where we are today with this, a plastic version? Well, when it was released, that wasn't the first kind of salvo for Swatch on the Swiss market. In fact, having single-handedly destroyed the Swiss watch market like a horological T-Rex, the Swatch Group acquired Omega, and they acquired them with a few other brands, including Longines, Tissot, and Breguet. And this strategic move helped consolidate the Swiss watch industry, allowing these brands to thrive under the Swatch Group's innovative leadership. Swatch really bought the brands, knew how to market, knew how to update, and brought that to the masses. And to be honest, as I said, I wasn't a fan. The dark colors of Neptune and Moon seemed to emulate the Speedmaster too much, and then the multicolored variants seemed a bit, Disney Junior. For me, it was freaking try hard. A plastic Swatch felt like a cash grab, right until Tag and Kith said, "Hold my beer," or "Hold my branded beer," probably. And then it was the versioning. When you bring out 10 trillion versions of something and then say, "Oh, this is limited," it's kind of weird. Well, Swatch didn't do that. Plus, the exclusivity for store customers was annoying. Why couldn't I order online and get hands-on with the product like that? I think I know now. Because after experiencing this watch in person, and importantly, the customer service in Swatch stores, I had a change of mind or a change of heart. And maybe that was their plan, to get people through the door, to drive people to Swatch stores using the MoonSwatch as a start point. I found Swatch assistants are knowledgeable, informed, and brand advocates. They lived and breathed the products. And I say that as visiting Swatch stores in London, in Florence, and in New York, and in San Diego. And ADs, take note. Find your assistants as committed, dedicated, informed as Swatch employees. It's really, really cool to see. And yeah, there are still some things I hate. These watches were made from Swatch's bioceramic material, which is Swatch for plastic. And it's a plastic watch. And while we're talking about plastic, you'll need to take some with you because the price for this is $260. And that's just the regular version. For the Snoopy Moon phase, it's $330. That's almost 3 G-Shocks, which are absolutely better made. They're going to last longer. You can take them into space. Or it's 10,000 AliExpress watches which probably won't survive the trip. But you see, this watch isn't a watch. It's a piece of marketing and a key to unlock other watch fans. And that's something really interesting, because when I was wearing my MoonSwatch, I got speaking to a few different people at a bar. They loved the MoonSwatch. It was a key to unlocking them. They had a Rolex and an Omega, and just having that conversation was really cool. They also owned MoonSwatches. And equally, last MoonSwatch I bought, which was the Snoopy Moon phase, I bumped into another collector, and we've communicated. We'll probably do a deal together. We'll probably go for coffee, and all that through just a shared passion for watches and a product that kind of starts to unite people. So do I hate the MoonSwatch anymore? No, I don't. Do I love it? Yeah, I kind of do. It's plucky, it's weird, it's a little bit corny, it's plastic, and I'm okay with that, because this watch here isn't trying to be a Speedmaster. It's trying to be a Swatch. It's not an Omega. And when you look at it through that lens, actually feel comfortable in wearing a MoonSwatch and enjoying it, and not trying to think, oh, am I just trying to jump on that bandwagon? And now the hype's died down, I think we can all do that. What's interesting is since buying a MoonSwatch, my collection has really grown. It's burgeoning to the point of, things have to go. I think, 4 MoonSwatches is a little bit excessive, and, I do like the Desert the most. I also picked up a Mission to Earth from the original batch release, and that's this is on a aftermarket, very cheap Amazon strap. Don't buy it, it's awful. This one's actually on a slightly nicer Amazon strap, and I'll put the link in the bio of this video, so you can always go and pick one of these up. But really nice strap. I also managed to get in San Diego and in Italy, hence the different times, the MoonSwatch Mission to Moon phase, which is the one with the Snoopy dial. And you know what? I like it. I think I prefer the white to the black. It's way more garish and way more out there, and I don't know why, I just kind of like that. It's kind of fun. My only criticism is the Snoopy is very small. I'm not sure what they could do about that, right? There's a certain window size and a certain kind of character size that you can fit in that space, but it's kind of small, but it's kind of cool, and it's white ceramic. White ceramic. It's white plastic. If you bought the ceramic Moon watch, the original Speedmaster in ceramic, I don't know. Maybe you're regretting that decision. I'm sure you're not. But they're both great. They're really, really fun, interesting watches. Like I said, it's the price point that becomes a little bit contentious. And, that's something we will have to make our own value judgment on and decision. But as a product, it's really nice. See, this watch isn't a watch. It's a piece of marketing and a key to unlocking more fans. So Swatch, keep going. We're starting to understand, or I'm starting to understand what you're trying to do other than make money. I think my biggest takeaway is feel free to experiment, to try things out, to wear something you wouldn't typically wear. I've had my addiction to steel divers for a long time, and buying something at a smaller price point, albeit that it's quite expensive for what it is, isn't a problem. You should embrace it, enjoy it, and kind of get hands-on. And also, we shouldn't feel like we have to live online and collect online. The in-store experience is really good. And I'll reflect on that when I go to ADs and when I go to independent retailers selling pre-owned. I want to have that rich experience, and you don't get that scrolling through pages and pages of watches on offer online. And so thank you, Swatch, for reconnecting me to the community and surprising me. It's been really, really interesting. If you like this video, and this bit's really hard to kind of transition to the end, it's a bit meta. If you like this video, please do hit the like button, and if you like what I'm trying to do here and want to encourage me or want to have kind of further dialogue, please do subscribe. It really, really helps, and it's going to be really cool to share this journey with you. Thanks.